On January 6th, 2015, a in much better shape and clean-shaven me made this video.
I have decided to do 12 movie reviews by the same actor, and I chose Mark Dacascos.
It was pointed out to me this week in the comments by Thomas Dodson that I only ever reviewed one Mark Dacascos movie, and I honestly don't remember why, but today we fix that. There's a genre of movies called inspirational teacher movies, where a teacher goes into the inner city and teaches all them darn gangsters how to live a better life and to graduate high school and go to college. Michelle Pfeiffer used poetry. The guy from Stand and Deliver used math. Morgan Freeman used school spirit. Hilary Swank used Holocaust shame in journal writing. Danny DeVito, Damon Wayans, and Clint Eastwood used the military. Denzel Washington, Cuba Gooding Jr., The Rock, and Keanu Reeves all used sports. There's all these ones where the teacher was the one who learned the lesson. There's all these random ones dating back to the 50s. And there is, of course, my personal favorite, Take the Lead, where Antonio Banderas teaches Dante Bosco how to respect women through the power of ballroom dancing.
Mr. Delane, just get his flirt on.
But today, we review the Mark Dacascos one, where he uses the power of capoeira, which is not the same as a capybara, or a capybara doing capoeira, which looks like this. We're over 2.5 minutes into this review, so what do you say we actually talk about the movie a little bit? It begins with Mark Dacascos in Brazil as a member of the military putting on a capoeira exhibition. While he's standing around having some capoeira fun, his commanding officer comes by and says, "Hey dude, your time in the military's up, go the fuck home." So he goes home to Miami and talks to his former high school teacher to beg him for a job, but instead just ends up beating up some drug dealers on school grounds. This gives his former teacher and ex-girlfriend an idea to have him teach gym class for the 12 worst students in the school.
Will be channeling their hyperactive, hormone-driven energies into something constructive.
That's the idea.
Let me get this straight. You propose we scrape the bottom of the barrel for 12 of our worst kids.
Students who are without redemption, who are prime dropout material.
And in lieu of their gym classes, young Lawrence here teaches them this stuff.
Lewis.
And hopefully...
It'll show them some respect, give them something to strive for. Give them
Gentlemen. Now, listen to what we're being sold here, people. Teach violence to violent kids.
Now they just need a place to hold this class. Cue the cleaning the old firehouse montage. Of course, there's one student who thinks his capoeira music is stupid, so he has to beat up a child. and then train one of the kids to beat up another student.
Hey, Mr. Kerrigan, check this out. All right, Keshada, Keshada, Shaba. Do it slow no time. Keshada, and light and slow first one, and bam. Good, all right. And this time. Let's go. What's wrong with you, bro? Get up. Let's go, Eddie. Come on, man.
This leaves everyone but one student on board. You're silly. Martial arts isn't going to feed my family.
You gonna pay my mama's rent? Are you gonna feed me with that jungle music, man? Teacher, let me tell you something about my cousin. He don't play no jungle music, but he takes care of business. He takes care of his family.
Up until now, everything's pretty standard inspirational teacher movie. Until, you know that line, my cousin, he doesn't play no jungle music. That same scene, 5 seconds later, the entire gang breaks into jungle music and the cousin is the world's greatest capoeira fighter. It is fucking mind-boggling. In the same breath of, I don't need your music, he breaks into, you see him singing the fucking music. That same scene. Somehow, getting his ass kicked turns the entire school around, so now they want to make capoeira classes a school district-wide program. The kid who he was trying to convince to join him turns on his cousin and joins Mark Dacascos, and he gets his girlfriend back. All from losing a fight.
Oh, please.
Oh my God. Oh, Rafi! God.
Your handstand needs some help, but your back bend's pretty good.
Are you happy now?
Could be happier.
How? Oh my God, Louis, what are you doing? Ah! You're crazy.
Cue the montages.
One more time, please. Okay. Come on, guys.
And overall, this movie is freaking ridiculous. It's mostly the standard, oh no, troubled kids, what shall we do? Let's try this radical experiment that will work perfectly. But then he gets his ass kicked by a random drug dealer that happens to know capoeira. They kill one of his students that drives him insane and causes a fight with a blowtorch, and a final capoeira showdown where his music versus the bad guy's music. I can't fathom how this movie happened, but I think I know. You remember Bloodsport, the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? Well, there's a guy named Frank Dukes who claims that movie is based on real life and is based on his life. He's a mentally insane person that knows nothing about martial arts. But in the 90s, he was able to convince a bunch of people that he did, became the fight choreographer on this movie, and had a lot of input into making the film until they realized he had no idea what he was talking about, which is why random capoeira experts just appear on the streets of Miami. Thank you for watching. Look forward to more Mark Dacascos movies in the future, and as always, I shall try to do better next time. Here's a random scene where they mention the title of the movie.
You know what Mr. Kerrigan says in his classes? All that crap about only the strong survive. Well, let me tell you something, Mastery. No amount of capoeira, no amount of Green Beret bullshit, none of that gonna make you strong enough to take on an entire neighborhood by yourself, man.
Just keep on being the master of the plantation. Is that what you want?
Doesn't matter what I want, that's just the way it is.
Unless we do something about it.